If you're setting your Week 14 fantasy football lineups or searching the waiver wire for the perfect addition to your team for the playoffs, you need to see what Sportsline's advanced computer model has to say. When it comes to ranking players, their model is beating human experts this season when there are big differences in ranking. And the model is the closest to the whole overall, meaning it has best pinpointed where every player will finish each week. With the fantasy football playoffs upon us, that could literally be the difference between winning your league or going home empty-handed. NFL DFS Best Week 14 DraftKings and FanDuel picks. A player the model loves this week is Seahawks RB Mike Davis. He's coming off a solid Week 13 performance that saw him rush 16 times for 64 yards and catch all 4 of his targets for 37 yards. He only owned in 10% of CBS Sports leagues, but Sportsline's model says he'll finish as a top 20 RB, putting him squarely on the WR2 radar. Start him with confidence. Sportsline's model is also all over Redskins WR Josh Doctson. He's scored a touchdown in his last 2 games and now faces a Chargers secondary that has allowed opposing receivers to gain 115 or more yards in 3 of the past 4 games. The Chargers let Browns WR Josh Gordon, who hadn't played a game in 3 years, go off for a 485 stat line last week. And they've also given up big days to Zay Jones 468, Allen Hurns 770, and Marquise Lee 6,551, among others. Sportsline says Doctson is WR1 this week, so get him in your fantasy football lineup. One player to avoid: Panthers QB Cam Newton in at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Newton is a top 10 fantasy quarterback, but he should be firmly on your bench this weekend. He's projected to have just 17.3 fantasy points, a number that will put him outside the top 15 quarterbacks. Minnesota's defense ranks 5th in the league in total yards per game and has only allowed one opposing quarterback to throw multiple touchdown passes once in the past 9 games. The Vikings shut Matt Ryan out of the end zone last week. The model is also calling for a shocker at QB to crack the top 5 of the fantasy football rankings. No one is talking about him and he may be sitting on your waiver wire right now. So who should you sit and start this week? Visit Sportsline now to get Week 14 fantasy football rankings for every position, plus see which QB is going to come out of nowhere to crack the top 5, all from the model that's been crushing experts, and find out